and Jeremy Diaz. Dude, they got eliminated. You're flaming me when you get eliminated? Go home, Jeremy. Shoo. You don't get to flame me when you got eliminated. Trying to bring everybody down with me, I guess. Live from Long Beach. It's the game everyone's been waiting for. It's the Marines taking on the Bethpage Eagles. They might be the away team on the score sheet, but it's hard to think that they are just standing here. This place is packed. The Marines crowd still pouring in. And they're going to be taking on a Bethpage Eagles squad that won't have Marco Lisica. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Siskin. I'm alongside Travis Quigley for the second game of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League semifinals. The winner here gets to go take on the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs in the finals.
Yeah, we just saw Belmore Merrick. They won the first semifinal here tonight by a final score of 4-0 if you weren't able to tune in with us for that one. But like you mentioned, Jack, really exciting semifinal number 2 here. Going to be an interesting dynamic. The Long Beach Marines, technically the visitors here in their own home barn, but already have a rocking crowd here. Big turnout for them. Big turnout for the Eagles as well. And I definitely expect the crowd to play a big role in this game for both sides.
Yeah, let's go back to opening night because, you know, that's going to actually relate a little bit to this. In the first game of the season, the Long Beach Marines played the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs are in the finals, as we mentioned. They scored the first 3 goals in that one. They were on the road for that game. Not the ideal way to open your season for Belmore Merrick. They went on to drop their first 3 before winning 12 of their last 13. So don't think that this home crowd doesn't have advantage. It does. But here's the problem. I went back, checked every single game Long Beach has played here at home. And again, some of those games, credit is the away team. They've played here 10 times. They're 5-5. And one of those wins I'm counting was a forfeit win over the Spartans.
And the nice thing about this, Jack, is it's just one game. All you got to do is win one game. And they're 0-0 at Long Beach.
Did I sound too intense there?
In the playoffs.
Did I sound too intense there? My bad, my bad. Yeah, I definitely did. My apologies. Didn't mean to. You know, it's an interesting statistic, I thought, but...
It is. No, it is. I agree with you. It definitely is and can definitely be a factor here. You know, especially when a place like Long Beach has in the past historically been such a difficult place to play, to see and to hear that they went 5-5 in the regular season here is definitely a little bit of a surprise. But I've said this throughout the past couple of games that I've done here throughout the playoffs. Playoff hockey, playoff atmosphere, it's just different. And I from experience with both sides, and like I said, both sides have a great crowd here tonight. I expect it to get loud. I expect it to get a little bit rowdy. And I expect the players on both sides to feed off of that energy and really utilize it.
Absolutely. And when we're looking at names to watch here for this one, it really comes down to the goaltenders. It's Matteo Bellisi, it's Matt Marino, and Bellisi has stolen games in the regular season. He's proven he can do it time and time again. And He's going to have to do it for a Bethpage Eagles squad that's 9-0 with Marco Liska in the lineup. Tonight he's out. They're 3-4 without him.
3-4 without him, but still a lot of firepower. Belisi led the league in wins. He had 11. He was my player that I highlighted for the Eagles in this one coming into it when we did our semifinal preview. And I think he's going to be crucial for this Eagles side. But, you know, a couple players you can't sleep on. Obviously, Lissica's the big name that we're missing here. Stavros Likarensos, he had 30 points this season, led the team, led the league. And Tyler Wodika as well, 22 points. So Bethpage has firepower, of course, without Lissica, but still have the players capable to help take their side to the finals. Long Beach, Richie Bear, he's had a great start to the playoffs. He's got, I believe, 6 points, 3 goals, 3 assists. He had a couple in the play-in game, had a goal back in the quarterfinal on Wednesday night. And he's somebody that they're going to have to look out for. Daniel McArdle, again, the player that I focused in on for the Marines in my section of the semifinal preview. McArdle's been the #1 D-man for this Marine side all season long. He's got 5 assists through 2 playoff games. He only had 7 points in the regular season, Jack. So he's almost surpassed his regular season total through just 2 playoff games. I expect him to be on the board tonight, and I expect him to be playing some big minutes against those big-name Eagles players.
Well, as you're so fond of reminding me, playoffs are a different atmosphere, of course, and that might explain why he has so many points in the playoffs. But, you know, the real big thing about Bear Jr. here is this. He's a big game player. He loves the big moments. And when you're looking at Daniel McArdle, he had a hand in all 4 goals in a 4-3 win over the Half Hollow Hills Hornets. And like we said at the top of that semifinals preview, the regular season still matters. They beat Bethpage 8-2 with Liska out of the lineup in the regular season, but we reseed because of how the regular season struck out. They're the 4 seed here tonight. They're technically on the road, and they got the crowd at their back.
Just want to note, Long Beach, the only team left from the play-in round. You know, they faced a lot of adversity. It was something I mentioned in the first broadcast with the Braves facing adversity in that quarterfinal game. The Marines, only team left standing from the play-in round. They're definitely going to look to use that as they've been buzzing.
And the puck has been sent into the zone. We're underway. Verdi trying to send it up the wall. Kelly chips it ahead. And I believe that's Ribeiro who headmanned it to Likarensos. Eagles on the forecheck. Ribeiro's shot towards the front of the net, redirected. Long Beach looking to settle it, can't. Kelly has it. Sends it towards the front. It comes to Joe Henry. Moves it to Patrick Henry, who enters. Cutting towards center. Curls. Fires it from an off angle. Belisi with the stop.
Keep an eye on the Henry brothers tonight. They work really well together.
And a shot that's deflected out of play. That's the captain, McArdle, from the point, I believe. Fired that shot. Nice low shot there for the redirect. And we're going to get a line change here.
And I'm a big fan of that. Rolling through all of your lines early on, especially in a playoff game. You want everybody to feel the ice, potentially feel the puck, shake out those jitters, get their first shift under their belt.
Well, Mike Calvi won the draw. The puck was chipped in, and now the Eagles have recovered. Heading up ice, but a pass from McAuliffe that went awry nearly leads to a turnover. Puck is free in neutral zone. Puck is free in the neutral zone, my apologies, and Corso ends up chipping it in now. It's the Marines resetting. D Rodriguez to McArdle. Puck comes out of the zone. Bulldogs send it right back up middle of the ice. Tyler Wodika tied up by Richie Bear Jr. And now heading up ice. Shot towards the net, goes wide. Joe Fierick on it. Shot over the net. Glancing off the glass, comes out of the zone. Marines recover, lead pass. Mikey Calvi enters, gave it over to Richie Bear, and turnover forced. Stavros Likarensos fires it in. Puck comes around the wall. Picked up by Josh Bobus. Headman the puck, and now Marines entering. Slipping through, shot, won't go, fanning on it. A golden opportunity. And now heading up ice, it's the Eagles, but they can't get a handle on it. A pass to Quinn Judge, and I thought he had it.
It's a great move there by Richie Bear, dishing it over for Judge, but Judge just lost the handle. Another nice move there.
Walking in shot, stopped by Belisi. Rebound is free, and the Bethpage Eagles netminder thought he had the cover, but looks like there's a penalty going against Stavros Likarenzos. He's talking with the officials, and 12:43 remaining. We get our first power play of the game. It will belong to the Marines.
Definitely the start you want if you're Long Beach.
My apologies, a bit of technical difficulty there. I was trying to figure that out. It's a power play for the Marines. It's Patrick Henry in the dot. Ties up, wins it. Puck comes to the point. Walking the line here. Little give and go. Shot from Liam Young. That's added out. Net comes out. Marines battling for it. Puck has left the zone. Eagles, McAuliffe tried to chip it past, went off the official. Picked up. McArdle heading up ice. He enters. Backhands it around the wall. Jake Kelly sends it up off the glass, and Liam Young will chase. 6 goals, 6 assists in the regular season, 12 points in just 9 games. But he lost the handle there, and Nick Marola nearly capitalized, but puck ends up with McArdle, who enters. Offsides.
That was a good chance, shorthanded there. And Marines having a little bit of difficulty setting things up in the offensive zone on this opening power play.
Yeah, and Likarenzos with the cross-checking penalty. That sent him to the box, and looks like Henry will take the draw again for the Marines. Wins it back. Young moves it over to McArdle. Tried to send it right back. Richie Bear gets a stick on it. Battling for possession. Comes back to Bear Jr., who tried to finesse his way past the defender. And now Jake Kelly, the defenseman, the Bethpage captain, shot gloved by Marino. An early short-handed shot.
Both teams trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to them early on in this contest. So far, it's been Marino who's had to face a few more shots than Belise has, but both goalies standing tall so far.
And, well, there's still a lot of time left on this power play, 50 seconds. That's heading up ice now. I believe that was James Rodriguez. The puck comes out of play off the zone entry. Faceoff comes all the way back down into Bethpage territory. Face-off ends up being won by the Marines. They're trying to settle it. Pass comes to Mikey Calvi beneath the goal line. Moves it to the half wall. Hand it off. Cutting back, and shot won't go. And then another attempt, that time from Rodriguez. Belisi with the stop.
Yeah, Calvi looking for Judge there, cutting to the net. Nice little give and go play rolling out of the corner, but pass was a little hard and just out of the reach of Judge. Rodriguez there for the follow-up. Got a nice shot off Ozone face-off again.
And now the face-off, obviously being one walking in. Shot from McArdle, deflected shot from the point goes wide. And now an attempted clear for Bethpage. Broken up. Ends up being paddled aside by Belisi as a shot is fired on his net in the left wing corner. Long Beach. Wouldn't Judge with it. Moves it across. Give and go back to Judge. Shot from an off angle, turned aside on the rebound. Judge can't settle it. The penalty has expired. Likarenzos is heading up ice. Walking in, shot goes wide. Comes out of zone. Nick Morgan tried to send it back in off an official, and Joe Corso chips it in. Daniel McArdle collects. Fired back in by the Marines. Henry on the attack. Morgan trying to box him out. Barrow and Likarenzos enter the corner, and the puck comes to Jake Kelly, who carries it beneath his own goal line. Made the outlet pass. Nick Marola firing it in. Brian Ribeiro on the chase, trying to pin that puck beneath the Marines' goal line. Comes out, held in by Justin Verdi initially, but second effort. And now Marines have a 3-on-2 developing. Cut into the outside, shot, save, kicked out. Another stop from Belisi. Kelly picks it up. He's looking to answer back on the attack. Pulls up, drops it off. Lorenzo shot, kicked out, rebound. No! Matt Marino! Post-to-post save. Puck comes back out, Ribeiro. Chips it back in, battle along the wall. Comes out, heading the other way. Patrick Henry hands it off, give and go. And then his shot goes wide, the net comes off, we get a whistle.
Jack, that was a real back and forth 2 minutes we just saw there. Both teams getting some chances. And it's going to be interesting to see who breaks through here, because we've almost hit the 6-minute mark in the first period. Both teams seem to be settling in a little bit more. But you can also see that it's starting to pick up physically. It's probably going to get a little bit chippier. And you can tell that the crowds are definitely playing a role early on.
Absolutely, and the face-off comes out of the zone now. It's McAuliffe in the dot, wins it back to Kelly, who backhands it up the wall, and McArdle chips on ahead. Re-entering, it's Liam Young, shot, blocker to side, rebound, cover. Good job by Luke Picaro coming in there and forcing Belisi to make that quick cover. Picaro, I should have said, my apologies.
Picaro, we had to practice that one a couple times. It was definitely twisting our tongue a little bit.
And now it's Quinn Judge in the dot versus McAuliffe yet again. Full start, apparently. So it'll be deja vu all over again. Left wing dot, Eagles zone. Feels like the puck has been in Bethpage territory a little bit more than in the Long Beach zone so far.
And you see after the last couple of shots, the rebounds that were drawn out, looks like Belisi is fighting the puck a little bit. So if you're the Marines, definitely keep throwing the puck at the net as much as you can over the next few minutes.
Young pounced on it off the draw. Justin Verdi got the clear, and Young threw a hit. And now coming in, shot from Corso is blocked by McArdle. Marines send it down, Verdi racing after it. Eagles defenseman settling it. Puck rolls on him though. Forced free by Picaro. Comes to Quinn Judge. McAuliffe forces him to the outside. Justin Verdi backhands it into the corner where Picaro picks it up, sends it back down towards Judge. And Eagles captain Kelly blows a tire in the corner. Pass towards the front, broken up. Young settling it. Looking for Judge in front, tied up. Battle for possession. Picaro had it momentarily. McAuliffe sends it back in to the corner. Looking for a clear here, it's Corso. Makes the outlet pass to McAuliffe, and he's just going to fire that one in and goes off the helmet of Quantico. Marines heading to the way. Young, offsides.
And it looks like Young stepped into the zone just a little early. It was a close call, but the linesman right there on the blue line blew his whistle.
Maybe there was something else we missed behind the plate, because the face-off's coming down to the Marines line.
So the face-off's coming back based upon that's where the pass came from.
Yeah, I'm not thinking today then.
McArdle's pass came from inside his own zone, his long stretch pass, so that's why we saw the face-off come back to where it was in the neutral zone.
Shahan's pass deflected. Labasco on the forecheck. Marines get it out. Lorenzo's trying to settle it. Gets knocked off the puck. Labasco fires it in. Marola on the chase. Pass comes to Richie Bear Jr. He lost the handle. Lorenzo's trying to send it back into the corner. The play is broken up. Marines on the attack now. 2-on-2. Labasco on the back check. Shot. Gloved by Belisi.
Halfway through the first period, Jack. And both sides still looking to open up the scoring here. As you mentioned, Marines been putting on the pressure the last couple of minutes. Still putting shots and pressure on Belisi. It's going to be on the Eagles here to tighten things up a little bit defensively in order to try to force more possession their way, force some opportunities to go on their side.
Henry won it forward, but it came to Morgan. His pass intercepted, shot deflected. That came off the stick of Rory Ahern, and now Eagles, Wanaka gets the clear. His lead pass is broken up. Corso now on the forecheck as McArdle tries to settle it, sends it off the wall, bouncing up towards the line, and Henry gets it. And now Long Beach gets the clear. McAuliffe resetting to Shahan. Comes right back, deflected, but not into the zone. Trying to settle it along the wall. And it's sent back down by Joe Henry. D to D, Shahan to Morgan. Puck was rolling, but he settled it. Tried to make that pass up the wall, just past the reach of Wanaka. And now Eagles re-enter. Apologies. Marines re-entered the Eagles zone, and now comes back to Bethpage. Lead pass intended once again, this time for Corso. It's going to trickle all the way down. Icing waved off as Liam O'Grady steps into it. Play's broken up. Stavros Lorenzo's trying to sell the rolling puck, but it's Patrick Henry who gets the clear. Lorenzo's on the back check, takes it away. Finesses his way past one Marine. Does it again, dangling through to the fence. Ends up in the right wing corner, sends it around the wall. Marola now, as Vobis couldn't get to that one, comes back around. Right wing corner, McArdle. Battling for it, comes to Licorenzo's. To Marola, he can't get the shot off. Good work by Vobis. Comes free to Licorenzo, shot! Saved by Marino. Comes out of the zone, Kelly. Has a poke three, Judge. A potential breakaway, coming in, shot! Off the bar, no goal. Play continues, Kelly collecting, heading up ice. Trying to box out there. Lost the handle, tried to slip past the defense. Comes to Marola, toe drag, shot. Rebound is loose. And they score! Bethpage is on the board, 5:35 remaining in the first period. Ryan Ribeiro, he didn't have a goal in the regular season, he's got one in the postseason.
And we take a look at the replay here, Jack. Great second effort. What a toe drag that was. Getting the shot through. That was Marola, and then driving the net, crashing the net hard. Ryan Ribeiro burying the rebound. Looked like that just went through the 5-hole of Marino. And it's the top-seeded Eagles jumping out to the 1-0 lead. Like you said, 5:35 to go here in the first.
They might be Marco Lissicalis, but they still struck first. My pun didn't land. And we have a face-off at center. McAuliffe in the dot, but the Marines win it back. Vobis head-manning it. Comes to Caleb. How do I say Caleb Colossus' his last name? Calais, my apologies there. And I let that distract me from the play as the Marines entered, left the zone, and now Rodriguez enters. Fires, shot is gloved by Belisi as it rolled towards his crease.
And Jack, I just want to mention that Eagles goal came off of the missed opportunities for the Marines side. Quinn Judge coming in on the breakaway, took a great shot. He beat Belisi, but couldn't beat the post. And it was the Eagles who came back down the other way and were able to put the puck in the back line net to take the lead. And playoff hockey, it's a game of capitalizing on those opportunities and those mistakes.
Absolutely, and as the face-off is won back by the Eagles, McAuliffe trying to settle it. Turnover force, puck came up the wall towards Joe Henry, trying to get to work on the cycle with Patrick Henry. Little two-man game in the corner there, but Bethpage, Jake Kelly with the big hit. Puck is forced free. Wanaka picks it up on the weak side. Wants Corso, doesn't have the angle. Now entering offsides. Corso jumped the gun, and now a bit of a scrum in the right wing corner. And who could have imagined the Long Beach crowd is getting into it.
No surprise there as we look to our right and just about every fan is on their feet getting loud and trying to get behind the Marines here, especially after giving up that goal just under a minute ago.
Wait, Wanaka and McAuliffe to the box. There's two players to the box. Is it just Bethpage players?
It'll be interesting to see what the call is. I always say this, I like to leave this up to the referees. I don't like to try to play the guessing game.
I don't like it either. I'm just, those are two big pieces. That's really the reason I mentioned it, is because that's McAuliffe and that's Wanaka, that's 2 of their top 5 leading scorers. One of them is their second leading scorer.
And if you're the Marines, this is something that you have to recognize and you have to try to take advantage of, especially if these calls go your way, as looks like the officials are having a conversation with Joseph Henry, the representation for the Marines, as I'm sure you can hear the crowd noise behind us.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles, we're going to see what the calls are, obviously, but...
So, I will go out on a limb here. I'm going to guess that the first penalty called is likely probably an unsportsmanlike conduct, as the shot did come in a couple seconds after the whistle. May have been tough to hear. The crowd is loud here, but I'm going to guess that that's what one of the calls are.
McAuliffe's out of the box right now, so Wanaka's still in the box.
Likely just getting one penalty here. I still haven't seen any Marines make their way in unless that message is being communicated now.
And you know what, in Wanaka's defense, you know, Corso did try and get his foot back on the line. The officials on the ice, they have a better angle than we do. They made the call based on what they see, and, you know,
based on how the players are moving here, it seems as if...
Josh Vobis to the box.
I was going to say, it seems as if we're getting coincidentals, because the way players, nobody was going to set up in either zone. If the Marines were on the power play, I would be sure that they're trying to set up for a face-off right away here. So it seemed as if everybody was kind of moving around like coincidentals were coming. It was just about that message being relayed to both benches. So we'll stick to 5-on-5 hockey.
And, you know, it's always difficult to say this kind of stuff. You never want to, and Vobis is a good player. If you're the Marines, this is a trade-off you have to make every day with a Bethpage Eagles squad that's already about their leader in points per game. Licorenzo's battling against Quinn Judge, who won the draw. Marines heading up ice. They've entered the zone. Shot over the net of Belisi. Lancing off the glass, rolling out of the zone. McArdle settles it. He goes D to D. And a nice play by Ribeiro along the wall. Puck is fired back in. Ribeiro, I should have said, who's right all around the puck so far, as that one went off the official, and then Marines get the clear. Pekikaro trying to headman Judge. Pass is broken up. Nick Marola collects, flipping it up ice. Puck goes towards Dominic Amasi. He circles his own net, trying to make the lead pass. Ends up with Nick Morgan of the Eagles, who just sends that cross ice. Stavros Licorenzo's shot. Rebound is loose. Comes all the way out to the blue line and heading the other way. Luke Pekikaro moves it over. Walking in now. Shot goes wide of the net. I believe that was off the stick of Liam Young.
That was a good shot there from Young. Nice low shot, looking for a rebound. Just missed the pad of Belisi.
He's a really good player, Young, you know. And now as the Eagles are looking to reset, Corso has that puck bounce off him. Kelly enters the zone, gets knocked off the puck, and the Marines are heading the other way. It's a fast-paced game. Blink and you might miss it. I mean, just really quick moving so far as McAuliffe chips it in, and it's collected beneath the goal line by Liam O'Grady. Pass off the wall. McAuliffe collects it on his backhand, carrying it in. Under pressure, puck comes free, and in the corner, Mikey Calvi helps Long Beach settle it. Lead pass off the wall. Richie Bear Jr. moves it up ice, entering the zone. Drop pass at the face-off dot, and Corso collects. Heading up ice, 1-on-2. Pulls up, chips it in. Opposite side, Michael Labosco would have been chasing. The puck never makes it to him. James Rodriguez sending it up the board. Jake Kelly chipping it in, and now it comes to Richie Bear Jr. Eagles entering 3-on-3. Curling in the corner, tire blown. Picked up by Jake Kelly.
Something to note, Jack, the Eagles doing a great job back-checking so far in this game. They're beating all of the members of the Marines up the ice.
And now Nick Marola forcing a turnover but can't settle it. Good play there by Rory Ahern, and now trying to get the handle in the corner. Puck rolls Ribeiro had a chance, but now it's 2-on-2. Mikey Calvi enters, fires, blocker to side, ends up along the left wing wall. A big hit there by Licarensos. Marola trying to settle it. No, that's not. Looks like Bear Jr.'s in discomfort. Wants to get back, and Licarensos enters, cutting in. Trying to put a shot on net from an off angle, and then Marines have possession. McArdle has it. Bear Jr. to the bench, trying to get back on the back check. Now Ribeiro in the corner battling for it. Rodriguez sends it up the wall. Verdi holds it in. Puck comes back to Ribeiro. McArdle battling for it, comes away with it.
Jack, just want to mention, next whistle, both players will come out of the box for those penalties.
Well, it's been a lot of fast-paced transition hockey, but that one goes out of play with 1:11 remaining in the period, and Licarensos closes the door, welcomes back Tyler Wadika as Josh Vobis heads back to his bench for the Marines. And up front, it's Rory Ahern, centered by Joe Henry. Patrick Henry on the wing. Henry brothers, they've been rotating face-off circles, if I'm not mistaken.
And just trying to take advantage. One's a lefty, one's a righty.
Exactly.
Used in the strength. Typically, centers like winning it on their backhand.
McArdle with the keep. The shot right in the breadbasket of Belisi, though. So with 58.9 seconds remaining, we get another stoppage. Face-off coming to the left wing dot in the Bethpage zone.
As you mentioned, Jack, now we see Patrick Henry stepping in to take this one. Left-handed, trying to win this one on his backhand back to McArdle.
Ties up there. Ended up going forward with it. Collects it beneath the goal line, but Shahan angling him off. Good support from McAuliffe. Tie up beneath the goal line. Nick Morgan to McAuliffe. Comes up to Joe Corso. He flips it up, out. It goes over to McArdle. Wadika enters. Lost the handle. Puck rolled on him. Takes a hit as he sends beneath the goal line. Eagles pass towards the front. Makes his way all the way to the point. Morgan's shot is gloved by Marino. 34 seconds remaining. Eagles, Marines trading chances here.
And I think that's a great job there by Matthew Marino. He saw the pass come out from behind the goal line. Didn't reach anybody in the slot, but made it out to the point. So what did he do? He came out to the top of that blue paint and challenged the shooter, able to glove it down, no problem.
And when you come out, you always have that better vision. You have a chance to control where the rebound goes. Just really strong positional games from both him and Belisi.
And when you come out like that, you take away the shooter's angle as well.
Marola's shot is deflected over. And he's done a great job all playoffs long. Marines enter shot. Blocker to side by Belisi. He's really punching those out into the corner. 10 seconds now remaining in the period. Marines pressing. Quinn Judge on the cycle. Picaro taken down. Judge exchanging pleasantries. Marola as the Marines fire a shot on net. Belisi with the save. The first period comes to an end. And Travis, there are more important things going on in this game than this, but I do want to make mention of a small wager that I apparently made with Richie Bear Jr., and as it happens, I'm calling this game wearing a chicken costume since I bet against them twice. Now, I'm a bit surprised by the choice of a chicken, because this looks like a turkey.
Listen, I think it's very commendable what you're doing with the chicken suit.
You can see it right here. I'm willing to be on video wearing this ridiculous chicken suit, whether... You can see me right here. I lost the bet with Richie Bear Jr. I didn't make the bet. I don't gamble, and I certainly don't gamble with high school students, but I'm wearing the turkey costume. Felt like he deserved to see it on camera, and I'm going to have to live with this for the rest of my life.
You know what?
Not to be dramatic about it.
Commend you for putting it on. Commend you for being a man of your word.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't really my word. I didn't agree to it. Mike Brown agreed to it.
Well,
I'm a man of Mike Brown's word.
You agreed to it because you're in the suit.
I'm a good employee.
You agreed because you're in the suit.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I'm not sure I would have done the same, but then again, I haven't picked against the Marines.
Well, to be fair, you only picked them to win this game because you're scared of them. So you didn't want to be the next one wearing a suit.
No, I'm not scared of anything. I have ties to both these teams. I have a lot of friends that I grew up playing hockey with that were Marines. My father and my grandfather coached. My father played for the Bethpage Eagles in high school. That was his alma mater. My grandfather coached the program throughout the 80s and the 90s, so I have ties to both sides. I'm a neutral party here. You're in the suit.
I am in the suit.
I am in normal work attire.
I'm going to be honest, it's pretty comfortable. I'm good with it.
You said it warmed you up. It's definitely a cold night here in Long Beach.
If anybody's on the staff is going to pull this suit off, it's going to be me. But back to the game at hand. Liam Young entering, pulls up, fires, it's blocked, comes free.
Big block there by
Towards the
Verdi.
front, comes out to the point. McArdle settling it. Puck rolled on him as he tried to bat it down. Comes beneath the goal line to Young. Now Lorenzo steps into it. Enters. Tries to cut towards center. It's poked off a stick. Lorenzo rescues it at the line, sends it towards the net, and that one careens off the wall. Marola to Kelly. Shot turned aside. Puck comes out of the zone. Verdi fires it back in. Ryan Ribeiro on the forecheck. Puck comes out of the zone. Liam Young, stretch pass, cutting in. Oh, lone shot. Save! Belisi shutting the door that time. McArdle chips in. Delayed offsides for Long Beach. Verdi's outlet pass ends up going past McArdle, so that's going to be icing.
That was a beautiful move there by Liam Young. He had 2 points the other night in the quarterfinal game against Half Hollow Hills and had a great opportunity there to put another tally next to his name in these playoffs. Beautiful move, just a little trouble on the finish, just put it wide.
I wouldn't even say that. I think that went off Belisi, but I wouldn't even call that trouble, and he's a big part of their future. I mean, he's only...
Maybe I can run the replay, being the fact we're getting a longer break than we usually get in between face-offs, but nope, not going to happen.
We can run it later on if we feel like it.
Yeah, we can take another look at that.
As Belisi gets the cover off the draw. Bear Jr. back out there, which is good to see because he was in a bit of discomfort earlier when he left the ice.
He was. It's good to see him back out there.
Of course, he was still able to take down Stavros Likarenzos. Face-off. Face-offs in the left wing dot of the Eagles' defensive zone. Marines pressing here as the draw ends up being controlled by Long Beach. Bear Jr. in the corner. McAuliffe pokes it free, looking for a clear, gets tied up along the wall. Pass comes across, turning, firing off the back of the net. Collected in the corner, sent off the wall, all the way down, an inadvertent clear by Joe Fierick. Settled by Liam O'Grady. Just throws it up the wall. McAuliffe settles it, chips it back in. Corso looking towards the slot. His pass is deflected. McAuliffe backhands it, and he scores! Jake McAuliffe! It's 2-0 Bethpage! The rolling puck found the back of the net.
We'll get that replay going, Jack. It looks like Marino wasn't really sure where that one even came from. As we saw the cycle down low from McAuliffe there, centering pass came out. And McAuliffe just sends a backhand at the net. Looked like Marino got screened by two Marines defenders there. And it's the Eagles jumping out to a 2-0 lead.
I honestly think part of it was just it was an off angle, puck was rolling. And now the Marines trailed 2-0 at home. Well, they're still the visiting team, but you can hear the crowd noise. They got that crowd at their back as it comes to Belisi. He paddles it to Morgan. Backhand D-to-D pass.
And the Eagles are doing a great job right now minimizing this Long Beach crowd, Jack.
And a good play by Patrick Henry against Ryan Ribeiro, forcing that turnover. Marola gets it now, has to wait for Likarenzos. So he chips in, delayed offsides. They checked up and now battling along the wall. Good job by Ribeiro, sacrificing the body as Shahan chips it in. Marola went after it. And now Amasi and Likarenzos battling in the corner. But good support there by Patrick Henry. And then it comes towards the front of the net. Marino covers it. I think my favorite part about the Henry brothers is that not only do they play on the same line, but they're only one number different. So it makes it really easy for me to memorize which one's which.
Oh yeah,
it's great. I love it.
And they both play a good style.
They play the same.
Both play a 200-foot game.
And Quinn Judge tying that face-off up. McAuliffe sends it around the wall, and you're working with his brother Luke. This past Wednesday when they beat Half Hollow Hills in the quarterfinals. And now Pekikaro moves it up to Judge. He enters, pass across. Young tries to settle it, lost the handle. Play is broken up, but Judge, second chance, sends it in on the cycle. Ends up in the corner. Kelly.
And Marines haven't had a real opportunity.
Turnover force, Judge coming in. Pass shot, save! Belisi, Kelly collects. I'm sorry for cutting you off. That was rude of me.
No, I was going to say the Marines haven't had much of a chance since that Liam Young opportunity, but then that chance came, so they took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. And now battling in the corner. McAuliffe sends it out of play. Bit of a tie up there as
we're seeing the physicality pick up a little bit here too from both sides. You can definitely see from the Marines' perspective, they can feel that they're down 2-0 right now. They can feel that the Eagles have kind of put them on the back foot and have controlled a majority of possession and really put the pressure on them to start this second period. So it's going to be interesting to see how Long Beach bounces back and responds here after giving up that early goal.
And it's going to be Licorensos in the dot here, matching up against Mikey Calvi. And Calvi was a big part of that last win for the Marines. They're going to need to find one here before second period comes to an end. Lead pass comes to Calvi. Enters, pulls up, fires, goes wide. Pinball's off the wall. And a lead pass broken up. Turnover, Long Beach. Shot. Deflected. Justin Verdi blocks it, shakes off his wrist. Looks like he's in a bit of discomfort as a pass towards the front of the net. Verdi blocks it, I believe, with his shoulder that time. And that goes into netting.
And Verdi sacrificing the body.
Yeah, he's shaking that one off. You can see his wrist. He's grabbing his wrist. That's not good.
He's going to endear himself with his teammates. I'm sure everyone on the bench right now getting ready to give him a tap on the shin pads because it takes a lot of character to step in front of pucks like that. And he did it twice in that shift. And after he already took the one off the hand.
If I'm being honest, as a former defender, you don't take that glove off. You don't want to know what the issue is until after the game. Looks like he's all right, though, thankfully. Just spraying it with some water. So he looks good at least. And now battling beneath the goal line. Puck comes free. Long Beach sends it towards the front. Sent out to the point on an attempted clear shot. Goes wide, careening off the wall. Right wing side now. Sent into the corner, cutting towards the front. Shot, blocker to side. Rebound, Ahern can't get to it. Comes to Amasi, sending it in. Shahan to Licorensos. 3-on-2 developing. Marola enters. Toe drag, firing. That one goes off the glass. Ribeiro on the forecheck. Amasi trying to pin it, but Marola has it handed to him. Curling in the corner. Looking towards the front, Licorensos. Shot, save. Marino, that's a nice save. And a good shot there, too.
Yeah, Stavros Licorensos caught that pass in a real tight space. And I like what he did there. He didn't try to catch it and stick handle 2 or 3 times. He caught it, pushed it in front of him a little bit, fired the snapshot off, and a good glove save there by Matthew Marino.
And face-off ends up being won by the Marines. They won it forward, came out of the zone, and now Morgan has to settle it. Lead pass goes awry, but the Eagles trying to force a turnover. Good job by Rodriguez getting in front of it, but now it's McAuliffe entering. Pulls up. Pass across. Wadika turning. Shot. Save. Rebound is free, but Rodriguez steers it away from the slot. Made a lead pass. That's going all the way down. Icing waved off as it trickles towards the goal line, but ends up being picked up by Shahan. Puck comes up and out. Wadika nearly had it, but couldn't settle, and that's sent into the penalty box there as we get a stoppage.
almost 5.5 into the second period here, and Eagles really applying the pressure. Marines have had a few opportunities, but possession has mainly been with Bethpage.
Licorensos and Judge kicked out of the knot, so it's going to be Marola versus Young. And we get another whistle. Young, the 14-year-old phenom, had a tremendous season for this Long Beach squad. Actually ended up highlighting him in our play-in round preview. Didn't actually highlight him in the quarterfinals one, I don't believe, because at that point I was apparently already feuding with Richie Bear Jr., so.
Young had 12 points in 9 games in the regular season, Jack. And
balanced, too.
2 points in that game against Hills on Wednesday night.
It's sent in by Shahan. Long Beach sending it up that weak side wall. They've done a good job moving that puck left to right, taking advantage of space. And you got to think if you keep doing the right things, eventually it'll work. Rodriguez flips it around. Long Beach with another clear, and it's offsides there. Marola touching up as the puck left the zone.
Long Beach with the wholesale change here. Eagles just changing up the men on the back end.
I'm just happy someone else is finally using wholesale change.
Been around this game my whole life. All the lingo and terminology has been seared into my brain.
Well, Licorenso's cutting towards the slot there. Yeah. Been trying to dig deeper into my bag of trips. I realized I hadn't broken out enough of the lingo. Had to dust that off. Marola sending it towards the slot. Comes up to the point. Kelly. One-time clapper. Goes off the back of the net from Licorensos. Comes up the wall. Kelly on his backhand. Nice feed for Labasco. And Amasi gets in front of it. Marola tying him up. Trying to soccer that one to his stick. Labasco to Marola. A good poke check by Mikey Calvi, who just throws it up the boards, and a shot from, I believe that was Verdi, ends up going off the wall, and now it's being carried up by McArdle. Entering, pulls up, patted out, shot, rebound is glove, puck is loose, it popped up, and then it's sent down. A good clear by the Marines, and you talked about some of those rebounds coming from the Eagles' net, and you get a golden one there.
And if you look at that McArdle shot, he kept it low. He aimed at the far pad. He drew the rebound. It just took a bigger hop than I think. It looked like it was Young who sent it back at the net. Took a bigger hop than Young was expecting.
And obviously, good job by Belisi recovering too. That's not an easy first save to make when it goes off your toe. And now Corso holding it in. A good play there against Ferrick. Amasi wants it out, wants to get it out now. He's tied up Mikey Calvi, and again, they move it this time from right to left. But a good keep by the Eagles initially, but puck inevitably leaves the zone. McAuliffe tied up by Bear Jr. Eagles looking to get that puck up and out. Went off the linesman. Marines hold it in, but it comes to Justin Verdi, who does a nice job settling it. Wanaka trying to chip it past Patrick Henry, still battling for it. Drops it off, heading up ice. Marines had to wait because they were changing off sides. Now it comes back to Patrick Henry, and good job by Rory Ahern settling that initially, but blows a tire there after he does so. Now Tyler Wanaka heading the other way. Shot ends up going off the skate of McArdle, sent towards the slot. McAuliffe racing in, trying to keep it, but heading the other way, it's Rory Ahern. Slipping past the fence, coming in, shot. Diving there, but goes wide, sent towards the front again.
Incredible effort there from Ahern. Just missed the target on his shot.
Wanaka shot, rebound, loose, in front. Steered away from danger by Henry, and then high sticking there. Ends up being waved off after the Marines touch up. McAuliffe getting the clear that time. Chasing, it's Ahern. Eagles get two fresh forwards out now as Long Beach resets. A rolling puck slips past Rory Ahern And Nick Marola trying to chip it in, one off a linesman. Still battling for it. Stavros Likarentsos sends it in. Now Marola against Josh Vobis, who carries it beneath his own goal line. Created space behind the cage. Now it's come to Patrick Henry. Correction, Joseph Henry, my apologies. Quinn Judge versus Michael Shahan, my apologies. Puck comes out of the zone as nice defensive play by Liam O'Grady. Marines resetting and turnover forced. Marines coming in 3-on-2. Pass broken up. Good play by Michael Shahan. Still trying to settle it. Puck comes to Stavros Likarentsos. Walks in, fakes the slap shot. Forced to pull up. Pinned along the wall, sends it to the weak side. Nobody there for the Eagles, so Luke Pekikaro trying to lead Liam Young there, and then Nick Marola gets it back, moves it to Watka, who's separated from the puck. Battle beneath the goal line, comes to Young, but there's a penalty.
And this one going against the Marines?
That's what I thought it was. It looks
But
like
I don't see anybody going to the box, so.
the face-off's coming out now. I'm not exactly sure why, to be honest. Maybe it was
Potentially a hand pass?
Yeah, that's you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't see it.
I didn't either, but officials on the ice, they do a terrific job, and they have a better angle than we do.
I can always agree with that point. I like that flip-in.
Yeah, that's a good play by McArdle. It just ends up on net. In an ideal world, I feel like he wanted to get that into the opposite corner where it trickles, and maybe you can get the defender pinned and get to work on the cycle.
True, definitely want to get that into the opposite corner, but when it ends up in the goalie's glove like that and you can force a whistle for an offensive zone faceoff, you'll always take that 10 out of 10 times as well, too.
Oh, obviously. I just meant that's a play they should look for down the stretch, but
Definitely.
you've forgotten more about hockey than I ever knew. I wasn't a very good player. You played NCAA D2. It was sent around the wall by McArdle. Held in, Watka, shot, glancing off the glass.
Good job by Watka rolling off the half wall there.
He's always around the puck, but now it's the Marines coming in. 4-on-2. Shot from Bear, Jr. Kicked out, rebound is free. It's covered by Belisi.
And that's a great job there by the Marines on the rush, but Belisi, as we take a look at the replay, been mentioning it a lot tonight, the goalies are challenging the shooters. They're coming out of that blue paint. And if you look at this replay here, Belisi was almost out of his crease on this shot. Look at how far out of the net he is. He's basically outside of that blue paint.
He's been coming out further and further, I feel like, as he settled into this game.
And he settled in very quickly. And
oh, absolutely.
hasn't had to face a ton of shots here in the second period, but
I just meant after that shot that was kicked out off his pad, I feel like he really started stepping out a little bit more.
Definitely. And that could be part of rebound control and also pushing pucks to the corners, up into the netting.
Shot from an off angle, rebound can't be settled. That was now cleared out of the zone. McArdle flips it back in,
and you can see the response from the Marines as to how Belisi is playing, because now they're just trying to throw pucks at the net.
And Marola ends up in the corner. McArdle pressuring. And dropped off along the wall, Likarentsos, but the play is broken up by Joe Henry.
Good job by the Marines assistant captain there in his D zone.
And he moved it to DeLuca, but he's taken down by Kelly, and there's a penalty going against the Eagles.
And Kelly doesn't like it, but I'm going to have to say it is the right call.
I'm not even...
We get another whistle, and the official is...
Let me just put it this way. You know, we've talked a lot about that semifinals article, not to toot my own horn here, but I said that Kelly's kind of got to stay out of the box. And that goes doubly so when you're down one of your best forwards. So this is an Eagles team that was in control for a large portion of this game. Marines started to slowly inch their way back in, and now that penalty could be a huge momentum changer here for a Long Beach team that trailed for a decent part of that game against Hills.
Oh, absolutely. A great chance to swing momentum here, especially if you're this Marines side. You have a power play opportunity here. It's going to take place in front of your fans, so you know they're going to be going crazy. The Long Beach fans sitting on the right side of the sheet tonight in front of that away bench. So a great opportunity here for the Marines. It's just a 2-0 game. I've been hearing it my entire life. A 2-goal lead is the worst lead to have in hockey. It leads to complacency. It leads to... Doesn't always lead to complacency. I should rephrase myself there. It doesn't always lead to complacency, but the saying is that it typically does, and it's the worst lead in hockey, so it's a great chance for the Marines to capitalize here on this 5-on-4 opportunity, cut the lead in half, and I'll take a line that I used in the first game, put the wind in their sails.
10-minute misconduct, too, because you can see...
You know, it looked like that was a signal that they gave, but I didn't say it just because I wasn't 100% positive.
Well, Sortsatos is in the box as that face-off is won back by the Marines. It's Luke Pekicaro who lost the handle. Stavros Licorenzos getting in there, and a shot towards that is gloved by Belisi. And this is interesting. The Marines were credited as having 14 shots on goal in the first period. The Eagles only 6. I definitely think the Marines outshot them, but I'm a bit surprised by the margin there.
Bit surprised by the number. I'm not going to question anything because I'm not keeping track up here.
No, we don't have time for that. I mean, to be honest, I'm amazed you've kept a straight face this entire night.
It's the game face, Jack, the game face.
I mean, you're standing...
I wish I was playing playoff hockey right now. This is awesome. I love this stuff.
Yeah, well, there's still men's league.
True. It's not the same.
No, it is not.
It's not the same.
And right now, it's...
Enjoy it while you got it, boys.
Couldn't have said it better, so I won't even try. Liam Young moving it D to D. Gets it right back, walks in, fires, gloved. Rebound is loose. Shot towards the net. Ends up off Belisi and wide. Collected beneath the goal line. Barrett Jr. carrying it. Lost the handle. Puck comes free, but not out of the zone initially. Now it is. Licorenzos racing after McArdle back. 1-on-1. Shot. Goes wide. And it comes all the way out of the zone. It's picked up by Young. 3-on-2 developing. Shot off the skate of Morgan. Ends up in the corner. And a penalty going against the Eagles. Well, trying to play that puck, ends up taking the defender's legs out from under him.
And this makes it an even bigger opportunity here for the Marines. A lot more space, a lot more open ice.
And that's another defenseman, too. That's Mike Shahan. And you got 3 Eagles in the box. They're one short of a quartet.
Great opportunity. A face-off win will be huge here for Long Beach.
And as it's tied up, it ends up being fired around the wall by Marola, but it's going to be held in by McArdle, who just waits for it to trickle to him. Licorenzos, who generated that shorthanded opportunity, the lone forward out for the Eagles. As a shot from, I believe that was Young, was deflected, ended up going up and out of play, and now cutting towards center. Pass to Young, shot, redirected, ends up going off the wall, and Long Beach looks to settle it.
Like to see Long Beach get more pucks to the net here.
McArdle pass across is deflected. And now it has to be settled at the point by Patrick Henry.
30 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Richie Bear Jr.'s shot is blocked. Eagles get it clear. Long Beach crowd seems to want another call, and I don't normally comment on those sort of things, but...
Play continues.
It's already a 5-on-3. I mean, what more do you want? Walking in, it's Liam Young. McArdle moves it over. Shot. Lances off, I believe, the glove of Belisi. Ends up in the corner. And comes out to the point. Shot ends up draining off the wall beneath the goal line. McAuliffe heads out. And it rolls past him. McArdle has to settle it. 1 minute remaining in the period. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Marines. Young lost the handle. Marola sends it down. McArdle couldn't get in front of it. It's going to be settled by Marino beneath the goal line.
Great poise on the kill so far from the Eagles. 5-on-3, you can get a little jumpy, you can get a little shaky, and they stayed really composed.
Now Luke Pekicaro enters off sides.
And the Eagles doing what they can to suck the life out of the Long Beach crowd, try to suck the life out of the Long Beach Marines bench. As you hear Eagles fans getting loud there.
Face off as one forward. Alisi leaves it in the corner. It's sent off the glass out of zone. 30 seconds remaining in the period. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. And Vobis lost the handle in the corner, tried to move it up the wall to Calvi, had to resettle it, and the penalty will expire with 20 seconds remaining. Shahan right out of the box as Long Beach tried to enter, forced to pull up. Rodriguez has it. And it's poked off his stick. Marola coming in one-on-one. Judge, the forward skating backwards. Shot gloved by Marino. A big stump. 5 seconds remaining in the period. Face-off is tied up by the Marines. That'll do it for the period. And we're going to head to a brief intermission. We're going to have a clean sheet for you when we come back. But as of now, the Bethpage Eagles, the top seed, leads 2-0 over the Long Beach Marines. Jack Ziskin, Travis Quigley on the call. Third period action coming up next. the teams are heading back out. Bethpage Eagles, Long Beach Marines. Start of third period action, and as our cameraman Anthony Papsadero is about to show you, ended up with a bit of a wardrobe change. And I want Richie Bear Jr. to know that I did not intend to go away from the chicken costume. It just turned out that, you know what, had to take it off to go to the bathroom, left it lying there for a while, you know. Is what it is. Now we're with this one. That's what it is. I stayed in a ridiculous onesie. I've honored my part of the bargain.
Well,
maybe shared a bit too much information too. Just like I had to take this off. Oh my god.
Chicken suit to the Eeyore costume.
I mean, I'm dressed like a donkey and my name is Jack. I think this is more fitting.
Some may agree.
I like that. I like that.
Just want to note before we get into the third period here, Jack, Jake Kelly's going back to the box. He did get that 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah.
Just 3:07 ran off of that one, so he'll be coming out of the box at 9:53 and a whistle. But
yeah, this whole night feels like a fever dream at this point.
We're getting ready for the third period here, Jack. Some might call this last licks for Long Beach.
That's a lot of alliteration, even for my taste.
It's all about wordplay here.
It really is at this point. I mean, if the Eagles score that next goal, though,
Could be the dagger, but if the Marines get that next
goal. How is
goal,
it you like to say it?
wind's in the sail.
Take the winds out. Wind's in the sail right now, so you want to take the wind out of the sail, right?
Wind out of the sail. A Marines goal could really turn the tide,
That
swing the
could blow game
momentum.
wide open.
But an Eagles goal can definitely leave the Marines sailboat stranded.
I like that. I like that.
I was waiting for you to catch on to that. I knew you would.
No, I just had
I was waiting to see that little pop.
I just got a message from our founder and visionary president, Mike Brown, asking why I initiated a wardrobe change. Wanted to make sure I wasn't reneging on the deal I didn't make, but nonetheless, face-off at center. Licorensos versus Quinn Judge, and the face-off is won back. Rodriguez D-to-D with McArdle.
Well, you were also nice enough to be supplied with 2 suits. It's only right if you wear both of them.
That's a good point. Exactly. Why didn't I say that the first time? Puck is chipped in by Picaro.
I got your back.
Picaro. Yeah, just ignore what I said earlier. We're just going to take the game down, put back edited footage. 15 seconds just missing. Shot has been fired, though. Belisi made the stomp, and we're at the start of this next period now. And the winner of this game, they're going on to face the Bethpage Eagles and
Belmore Merrick.
oh my God. Well, the winner goes on to face Belmore Merrick. Bethpage Eagles are looking to be that team right now. Got a bit tripped up there, to say the least. And now Michael Labosco chipping it in, racing after it, ends up on net. It's covered by Marino. And we talked about how the Marines outshot the Eagles in the first period. Well, that trend didn't change in the second. 11-6 again, 25-12 in the game.
And I was just about to bring that up, and the shooting statistics, like we said, we're not really keeping track of them. It seems.
Well, the scorekeeper does.
Scorekeeper does.
Face-off has been won by the Eagles. Shot from an off angle goes off the back of Marino's cage. McArdle sends it back to the outside. And now Henry heading up ice. And that play goes awry. Marines are forced to reset. That was Patrick Henry, 9 in blue.
Just feels like the Eagles have had more shots in this game than 12.
Yeah, it could have been 13 or 14. And now as they enter, young shot, kicked out. It's also about where they've gotten their shots off. They've had a lot of shots blocked, too, I feel like, or deflected.
Both sides have done a very good job blocking shots tonight. I will give both sides credit for that. They've done an excellent job.
As Wadika's shot is blocker to side, so make note of that. That's at least shot number 13. As Patrick Henry resets, curling towards center, makes the pass across to McArdle, flips that one up. Calvi tried to glove it down, and Marola sends it out of the zone. He slid back to the fence, I think, with Kelly in the box, and as the face-off is, the battle is won by the Marines. Birdie looking to settle it, flips it up, but not out, and it goes out of play off. Did that go off the helmet of Nick Morgan?
It did.
That's something.
Good initial keep in there at the blue line, but good stick.
And as of now, it's going to be a face-off just outside. Young in the, it looks like Young's going to be in the dot. Maybe it's Judge, I don't know. Yeah, Judge gives him a little stick tap. And the face-off is won by the Marines. They enter. Young cutting to the outside. Can't get the shot off. Backhand pass, Judge. Turned aside, it's loose. Rebound, no! Denied! Belisi with the first stop. The Eagles get the clear.
That's a save of the year candidate, Jack. That was gorgeous.
You know, you say that all the time. Do we have a save of the year? We probably should if we don't have one, but I'm not actually sure there is a save of the year for the LI Sports Center. That feels like a missed opportunity.
That's my vote right there. Matteo Belisi.
Well, if they win this game, it is. And now Richie Bear Jr. 2-on-1 has Judge. Shot, save, Belisi. Bethpage Eagles netminder is in fuego, but as it stands, a shot from Young kicked out in the slot. Now it's flipped up, down, rolls all the way to the line, icing.
And we're going to get you that replay of that save by Matteo Belisi.
What a save.
The stick save, diving back across. Nice move, good mitts from Liam Young. Fanned on the first shot, pass out in front. Judge got to it. We're going to finish showing you that replay.
And the face-off is tied up. Pekicaro was on it, but couldn't settle it. Now Labosco couldn't get the zone exit.
We'll definitely get you guys a second look at that save.
Back to Labosco. They've chipped it in. McArdle sends it towards the front. That second save right after was almost as impressive.
And that's what the Eagles need here in this third period, as the Marines have put pressure on early. It's definitely what Long Beach needs.
The Marines are off. They're yeah, it seemed like we might have been getting an intentional there if they didn't pull up. So good on them. And now Stavros Likarentsos resetting.
I'd like to see Long Beach step up their forechecking, put a little bit more pressure on the Eagles. Try to make life just a little bit more difficult.
Shot led to a rebound there too. I thought the Eagles would get some in there. I didn't mean to cut you off. Very rude of me.
You're all good. You're all good.
My mother raised me better than that.
No, keeping track of the play is more important.
Mikey Calvey has it now. Entered. Play is broken up. Patrick Henry gets the Richie Bear shot. Ends up careening off the glass. Held in by the Marines. Michael Shahan under pressure. Kicked into the corner. Henry to Bear Jr. Sent off the back of the net. Nick Morgan flips it up and out. It's going to be settled there by Daniel McArdle, who fires it in from the right side of the red line. Belisi elects to hold it as Patrick Henry came racing in.
And we'll try to get you fans at home another look at that Belisi diving stick save.
Absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. These officials are really blowing these.
They're moving quick tonight.
Maybe they
there you go.
Yeah, we got it. And then that nice keep there. I can't see who the number on the defender is there. Definitely going to make sure to note that in the article, because the save was nice, but if not for the defender, that's going in. And that one sent out. Yeah! There we go, a nice catch.
Might be able to get that on replay. What a catch by the fan here.
Why'd she throw it away to the Bethpage section? What was the point of that?
Well, this is the Bethpage section.
I know, but like, you know, that's like throwing the ball back out on the field. She caught it. Why didn't she keep it though? That's my
celebration.
Question. That's but you caught the puck. That was hold on to it. Young moves it across.
That's like when you're an adult and you're in an Islander game and you catch the T-shirt. You always give it to the kid in the row behind you.
Yeah, but these kids are 17. Puck is beneath the goal line. Marines have it, battling for it. Young. Pass comes towards the slot. Rodriguez shot. Turned aside. Flipped up, out. And now a race for the puck. Wadaka coming in. Shot. Save. Rebound. Covered.
Great job by Marino.
Yeah, that's unreal. You got to give it to Matt Marino. And, you talked about how you felt Bethpage had more shots. And, again, very hard to track that. I'm impressed they can do it at all. But,
and another stop by Marino there.
Well, he's been good tonight. It's just been a goaltending duel. His team hasn't found the back of the net yet. Not for lack of trying, as Ribeiro's shot is deflected, but popped up, stayed in play, and now sent up, not out of the zone. Marines looking for a clear, slips past Lorenzo's, racing after it now, coming in, shot, blocker to side by Belisi. Joe Fierick that time with a beautiful chance. Now it comes Rory Ahern, battling beneath the goal line, comes to Nick Marola, looking for an outlet pass, pitches it up, but not out. Good play there by Ahern, who takes a big hit. Puck leaves the zone. Vobis went D to D. McArdle firing it in on net. And that one takes a bounce off the glass, came out in neutral ice after it was sent up by Shahan. Now Lorenzo's forcing a turnover. On the back check, it's Patrick Henry, but Lorenzo's just shot from an off angle. Went off the back of that. Labasco to Lorenzo's. Back into the corner for Labasco. Sends it to the point. Shahan holds it in. Comes back to Labasco. His pass towards the slot, broken up. Richie Bear Jr. moving it over to the captain, McArdle, who chips it in. Ends up coming around the wall now. Turnover, shot, save! Belisi. An errant pass. And another big stop for Belisi.
Richie Bear Jr. head to the sky. He knew that was a great opportunity. We'll take a look at that replay. In the right position, Bear Jr. forcing the turnover, but he was there to intercept the pass. A little turn and fire shot, but as I've said a couple times, Belisi is challenging the shooters, taking away the angles. Look at how fast he pushes out to the blue paint. He finishes the save outside of his crease.
And I think we've both waxed poetic about how much we like that. And now as the Eagles get it clear, it's Wanaka racing up ice. Forced to the outside, fires it in. Went off the bar and out. Second attempt, puck is loose, rolling. Wanaka, save, rebound, loose. And it's kicked out, cleared down, no icing on the play.
What a save by Marino, especially after losing the puck after that first shot.
I'm going to be honest, I'm amazed that I didn't say it scored. I've had a couple false starts in the past couple games, so showing signs of improvement, but as the puck enters, it's Vobis who has possession. Lost the handle, Corso on the forecheck, but the Marines defender recovers, looking up ice, Patrick Henry. He slipped behind the defense, he deflects into the zone, and Belisi holds it as Bear Jr. enters.
It's still a 2-0 game, Jack, but 7 minutes, 41 seconds left. If I'm the Marines, I'm starting to pay attention to that clock a lot more. As it continues to wind down and you still have a goose egg under your name on the scoreboard, you really got to pick up your intensity, pick up your level of play, and do whatever you can to put one into the back of the net. You got to cut this deficit in half before it gets too late. You don't want to be pushing for 2 goals in the last 2 minutes.
No, and to their credit, this probably has been their best period, at least in my opinion, is a shot from Young is turned aside. They've created a lot of chances.
They have, but Matteo Belisi, the play that he has brought here tonight, has been absolutely incredible. We saw the save of the season. That's my vote, save of the season, a couple minutes ago. He's made a couple of big saves since then.
Face-off ends up with a rolling puck that comes to Michael Labasco, who does a good job settling it. Tried to make the lead pass. Puck ends up in the right wing corner. Marines moving it right to left. That was McArdle looking for the zone exit. Held in initially by Verdi. Labasco can't settle it. Puck nearly comes out. Then Labasco touches up before Ribeiro crosses the line. And it looks like Labasco bumped up to that top line when Marola back. Kelly's still not ready to leave the box yet.
And if my math's right, Kelly's penalty should be up pretty soon here. Might just need one more whistle after this.
And with the Marines moving the puck D to D, McArdle has to settle it. Comes around the wall. Licarenzos fires it back in. On the opposite side now, Labasco looking to keep it in. Tied up. Held in initially. Still battling for it. Justin Verdi trying to lead Ryan Ribeiro. The puck comes out of the zone, and Verdi settles it. Moves it D to D. Marola. Cross ice feed. It's deflected. Labasco can't get to it. Then the pass towards Liam Young is broken up by Verdi, but McArdle collects. Entering. Correction, that was actually Rodriguez 23, not 3, and now Marola ends up sending that one all the way down. So we get icing here as McArdle settles it. Rodriguez has been very noticeable here tonight as well.
Rodriguez has been solid. He had a very good game the other night as well against Half Hollow Hills. He's done a good job here tonight. Very smooth. Always makes a very good, clean first breakout pass is something that I've noticed. And is another defenseman that's relied upon heavily by these Marines.
And as Patrick Henry wins it forward, he's been buzzing this period as Shahan pressures him. Morgan supports. Shot from an off angle is blocked. Ends up with McAuliffe. He lifts it up, comes out. Wanaka batting at it, and Rodriguez, good hand-eye coordination there. And that opportunity goes awry, but Wanaka with the poke check. And then Marino trying to settle Rodriguez. Can't get to it. Corso battling along the wall. Wanaka enters the fray. And now Patrick Henry heading up ice. Separated from the puck, it comes to Joe Henry. His shot turned aside, it's covered. And an arm goes up in the air. And the Eagles are very quick to jump to Belisi's defense. Maybe a bit too quick. Looks like they have Nick Morgan heading to the box now. Jake Kelly's out of the box. But Eagles are heading to the kill.
Sorry, I got a little distracted at Patrick Henry. Looked like he lost his chain on the ice there.
He lost his chain on the ice?
Yeah, he was able to find it, surprisingly.
Why does
But that's why he's yard sailed here, because he was looking for his chain.
I mean, in all honesty, are you... I don't know that he was yard sailed because he was looking for his chain, to be honest. He came in and poked at the netminder, I thought.
No, yeah, he yard sailed because his chain came off. His chain, like he was wearing a necklace.
Came off as he came in.
He was wearing a chain. Yeah.
I don't know. I could have sworn that's not allowed anyway.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I would have asked for a delay of game penalty for that, or equipment violation.
I'm just sharing with the people what I saw.
No, I get it. But we did see their coaching staff a bit heated, so maybe that's why. And they've actually been pretty calm for the majority of this game, to their credit. I think you could say that about both coaching staff. They've been pretty even-keeled, even as play on the ice hasn't been.
Agreed.
Young moving it D to D now. McArdle, the captain, steps in. Shot is deflected over the net and comes out to the point. Young walking in, poked off his stick by Jake Kelly. Comes to the point, Bear Jr. It's McArdle, collects off the wall. Clapper, blocked. Shahan pokes it up but not out. Bear Jr. Over to McArdle, the captain. Flips it up the wall. Young has to get it back to him. Puck trickles to the line. Shot redirected. On the rebound, Patrick Henry sent it towards the slot. Luke Pekicaro, Young both going at it, and they score! Richie Bear Jr. Who else but Richie Bear Jr.? And the Marines have new life with the power play goal.
It's a 2-1 game. Like you said, new life. We hear the rockin' Long Beach crowd to our right getting loud, fired up for Richie Bear Jr. Capitalizing on the power play here. Good shot on goal. The Eagles blocking shots, but like we talked about, Jack, shots on net that generate rebounds, and Bear sitting on the back door waiting for that one, taps it into the open cage. And it's a 2-1 game. We're in for an exciting final 4:47.
And if you're the Eagles, you just want to make sure, keep playing your game, stay out of the box, and maybe don't react if someone ends up going into Belisi as harshly, because you might end up getting called for it. I think that's the second time we've seen it.
And you hear this Long Beach crowd.
Shot from Marola. Doesn't make it on net. Licorensos, and he scores! Stavros Licorensos fires right back. Bethpage back up by 2.
What a response from the Eagles, Jack. And who else but Stavros Licorensos? We take a look at the replay. Puck popped right onto his stick, no hesitation. One times it right back down the heart of the cage. Goes to Selly with his fans, the heartbreaker celebration, as he thinks he just punched his team's ticket into the best-of-3 finals next week.
It's 3-1 now. Still a 2-goal game, though.
2-goal game, 3-1 contest. Those 2 goals happen so quick. Hardly had time to change the scoreboard.
Belisi tried to saucer that one out. Mikey Calvi forced the turn. Puck is sent it on net. Marino gloved it. That might have gone wide. I thought it was going to go on net, but it looks like Marino ends up gloving it and setting it down.
And what a response if you're the Eagles right there. You give up a goal. First goal you gave up all night long, and that's how you respond. You come back and you bury one real quick. That'll take the wind out of your sails.
And now Verdi entering. Lead pass to Vobis, who is racing up ice. Licorensos sends him down to the ice. Now the Eagles looking to turn the other way. Marola draws a penalty. It's going to be for tripping if I had to guess. And as Mikey Calvi touches up, the Eagles crowd electric. They're probably outnumbered 4-1 here tonight, but they're rowdy.
They're fired up. They know what's coming. 3:48 to go. Still enough time here for the Marines to battle back, but now being down on the kill for the next 2 minutes, it definitely makes life a lot more difficult.
And it's not someone you want in the box either. It's Patrick Henry.
No, he's been very solid both ways tonight. Jack, I just want to mention real quick, those goals between Bear Jr. and Licorensos came 12 seconds apart.
Oh, yeah. And after the Nick Morgan penalty for cross-checking, a pass intercepted. Short-handed opportunity. Young cuts in. Shot. Save by Belisi. So we have that first goal. Let's add on to that 12 seconds there. Because with 3:47 remaining, Richie Bear Jr. scores. 3:35. Stavros Licorensos scores.
Belisi showing poke check there.
I meant to say 4:45, I believe. My apologies. Irregardless, a little over a minute later, that shot happens, and now McAuliffe heading up ice. Sends it off the wall. Marines on the kill, but you wouldn't know it based on the fact that they just got another zone exit, but now Nick Marola fires a shot that's redirected. Not sure Marino saw that one as it ends up trickling wide of his cage. 1:20 remaining on the power play. Licorensos heading up ice, just flips it in. Aggressive kill from the Marines.
And you have to be. You have to be. This is a term that I've coined and use frequently, the power kill. And that's what the Marines need right now, is they need a power kill.
Well, we've seen a couple of those this week if you've caught our Suffolk County action as well, but here in Nassau, it hasn't been any different. Obviously, that shorthanded game winner for Luke Pekikaro.
Pekikaro did have a shorthanded game winner. Power kill goal.
He's out now as he makes that lead pass. Rodriguez skates into it. Lost the handle, tied up. Shahan gets to Licorensos. Eagles crowd goes wild as their team's on the power play, but hemmed in their own zone to a certain extent.
And just 25 seconds left on that penalty to Henry.
Marola sends it off the glass. It's gonna, oh, well, you can ice it on the penalty kill, you can't ice it on the power play. 2:01 remaining in the period, 14 seconds left on this call, and
This is just from my perspective, opinion.
Timeout.
I'd pull the goalie right now.
The way they've played, I understand that desire. I might wait another 14 seconds just because of the fact they've gotten some stuff going offensively. You win that offensive zone draw, you pull it out of your zone, you reset in transition, you get Patrick Henry out of the box, and then you pull your goal.
I think you're at a point now, you're down by 2:01 left. I don't think you can waste those 14 seconds. I think you got to pull the goalie, make it 5-on-5 right here, so that way, even if the face-off's lost, you at least have man-on-man numbers that you can go in and forecheck hard to try to win that puck back. And then 14 seconds comes up, you are ready to go in terms of...
But if they win it forward, what happens if they win it forward? Then your defense has to turn and go as that center picks up speed.
You're pinching. You're down by 2 goals right now with 2 minutes for a chance to go to the finals. You're pinching. What's the difference between losing by 2 or losing by 3?
Or taking an interference penalty. And then you're right back where you started. So I see both sides of the argument.
Either way, you have to send the full ship right now.
Oh.
And again, that's just circumstantial, in my opinion.
If you win the draw, I think you pull them. But
down
I think
2 goals.
I need to see the draw one first, in my opinion.
Down 2 goals, you have to throw every card you have in your deck on the table right now.
Certainly in an elimination game,
We've seen comebacks in these playoffs. We saw the Syosset Braves do it just a couple nights ago in the quarterfinals.
Eagles been discombobulated trying to get that line change. And that face-off's blown dead. Takes a second off the clock, too, as it happens. Face-off one forward by Bethpage. Head man, McArdle. There's a whistle here. So another power play icing by the Eagles. And comes back to that right wing dot. Eagles control. Errant pass. Patrick Henry collects. Marino inching towards the bench, but the Marines don't have possession. Eagles collect. Turnover forced by Henry. He nearly turns it over. Settles it. Galloping up ice, but Licorenzos breaks that one up. Long Beach has to reset. Marino still inching towards the bench, but McArdle can't settle it, and as he gains the zone, Lisi covers. They're calling Marino. 1 minute, 27 seconds. That's how long the Eagles have to hold on. And earlier in this game, it might have seemed like a sure thing. I'm not sure it is now.
If you're the Marines, I think you're just trying to get 2 guys to the front of the net, get as much traffic in front of Belisi as you can, and just fire as many shots that direction as possible.
And now heading up ice, empty net, and
what a
diving
defensive
play by
play.
Young sent towards the empty net. Morgan collects it, blocked again by Young. Marola on it, comes out in front. Morgan sends it across the crease. Long Beach survives. 1:05 remaining. Patrick Henry charging up ice. Enters. Kelly forces him in along the wall. Under a minute remaining. Pass comes to McArdle. Shot. Redirected. Goes wide. Sent towards the front. Play is broken up. And then an off-angle shot off the back of the net. Comes up and out of the zone. McArdle has to settle. 45 seconds remaining. Long Beach has to check up. They do. Liam Young enters. Fires a shot. Turned aside. Belisi gets the cover. And Kelly and Patrick Henry. And 37.5 seconds remaining.
And you can hear the Bethpage fans getting louder and louder as time goes on. I think we got a penalty coming up here.
That seems a bit delayed.
Came right as the linesman was about to drop the puck.
I didn't act. Maybe we just missed the arm up. I don't know.
No, there was no arm up. There was no arm up.
Well,
there was no arm up. The whistle came from the official right before the linesman dropped the puck.
you can't say the Marines won't have a chance to win here. This power play could be devastating.
They
Kelly
need
back
one right
to the
away
box.
here.
He took a charging major earlier in the game.
One last breath of hope here for the Marines, but they need one quickly.
It'll take 2 goals in the next 37.5 seconds, or it's all over, and it'll end up being one last time for old time's sake. Patrick Henry in the Dom versus Stavros Likarenzos. Do or die for the Marines. They win the draw. Shot turned aside. It's loose. Marola fires it up the wall. Puck ends up rolling down the ice. Has to be settled by Liam Young. He lost the handle. Likarenzos on the attack, but it comes to Luke Pakikaro. Pakikaro enters. Pulls up. Backhand. Shot. Saved. Kicked out. Thrown out of the zone. Racing after it. It's Likarenzos. Young on the back check. Eagles senior on the attack against the Marines youngster. Comes away with it. Pass in front. McAuliffe trying to settle it. 3, 2, 1. The Bethpage Eagles are heading to the championship series. Long Beach falls 3-1.
Eagles certainly earned that one tonight. They played a full 45 minutes, in my opinion, Jack. From start to finish, they never let off the gas. They were disciplined defensively. Took probably a few too many penalties than they would have liked, but they capitalized on their chances. They played a strong defensive game, and I'm not sure what else you can say about Matteo Bellisi, but he was phenomenal in the blue paint tonight. I said it a couple times. That's my pick for save of the season. I'm gonna find that replay for you fans, so you can watch that one more time. But
well, all I'll say is this: at least I don't have to wear a onesie again. Final score is 3-1 in favor of the Eagles. The Marines are going home. Bethpage to the finals. They'll take on Belmore Merrick. And correct me if I'm wrong, you'll have the call on that for Monday, right?
I will be on the call for all 3 games of the final. I'm honored and very privileged to be able to take you guys through the call of those 3 games. I'm expecting really fast-paced hockey, really exciting hockey, and I expect the top 2 seeds from Varsity Conference 1, Bethpage and Belmore Merrick, I should say, to give the fans a show next week.
I couldn't agree more. And I suppose now is the time to sign off. Congratulations to the Bethpage Eagles. Richie Bear Jr. and the Marines put on a good show. Marco Lissica tuning in from Utica wants a shout out. You're not even here. Why do you want a shout out? Should they even bring him back? They just want about him.
He's got his chance next week.
That's a shout out.
He's got his chance next week.
I'm joking, of course. I don't need another feud. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.